Hi all, it's Cherry. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about 8 things I stopped buying.
This is 8. This is also 8. This is also 8. This is that's it. Those are the combinations.
Okay, after decluttering half of my closet last time, I realized what I like in clothing and what I don't like. And what I don't like is high maintenance clothing. I'm talking about cashmere, suede, sequin, silk, any fabric that requires extra attention to them. For different fabrics, you need different detergents, like one for silk, one for cashmere, one for wool. I don't want to have 5 different detergents to clutter up my small laundry room. I just need a good old jug of Tide co-wash to deal with all my clothes. If you run one laundry cycle for each type of fabric you have, it's insanely wasteful in terms of water, electricity, and your time in general. And after every time you wear it, you have to take it to a dry cleaner. It's just insanely expensive and time consuming. Also, I think it's tricky to get a good dry cleaner because sometimes they can ruin your clothes by not doing it properly. So it's all the risks I don't want to take. Guess which fiber is my favorite? Cotton. Cotton is the best. It's durable, high quality, comfortable, and sustainable. I love 100% cotton tops. It's just super soft and comfortable. 100% cotton jeans are very high quality and durable, and you can wash them so many times without going out of shape. So cotton is the best, in my opinion. The second thing I don't want to pay for is useless subscription. Useless is defined by your own needs and want. Subscriptions are I cannot pronounce the word subscription. It's just so easy to get into it. They trick you with, oh my god, we're gonna give you 7 days of free trial. After you create an account, put in your credit card information, you enjoy the free trial. After the free trial ends, people forget that they're subscribed to this. But those subscription service companies are gonna keep taking like 20, 30, $50 off your credit card each month. Please pay attention to that. If you have unwanted subscriptions out there, just cancel it. We don't need that in our lives. Right now, I have 3 subscriptions. I have Netflix, Spotify, and Amazon Prime. For Amazon Prime, it's something I fell into the trap too of Jeff Bezos. So when I was a student, I know that for Amazon Prime, you can have half off. So for $30-ish each year, you have 2-day free delivery. That's great. So I signed up for it. After I graduated, the Amazon price went up to $70 or $80 a year. Since I was so used to the elite lifestyle of a Amazon Prime member, I didn't want to cancel it. If I want that special extra strength Drano to deal with the clogged bathtub due to my hair, I can do that. I just order 2 bottles on Amazon and it arrives at my doorstep next 2 days. It's super convenient, but now I think about it, do I actually need that service? On Amazon, even if you are not a Prime member, if you spend over $35, you still have free delivery. The delivery is not super fast, like 2 days, but it is decent. You can get what you want within 1 or 2 weeks. Also, the $80 I pay for Amazon Prime includes Amazon Prime videos. But I already have Netflix. Do I still need Amazon Prime videos? Maybe not. As for Netflix, it's kind of useful, but I didn't fart. It's just this. Yeah, I can make fart noise in my hands or kissing noise. Depends on which end you're talking about. Stop this. Stop this. Netflix is just so expensive right now. It's $18.99 a month in Canada. So for 12 months, a year, that's going to be $221. $221 is a crazy amount of money just for this video service. And maybe you have 3 friends and you can share the accounts with them, but I only have maybe 1 or 2 best friends. I'm wasting money each month. Netflix, it just takes up so much of my time. So I'm thinking about canceling Netflix too, maybe after I finish Parks and Rec. But for Spotify, I can listen to it while I'm working and I can multitask. So staying on budget is actually quite easy if you know what you want and what you truly need. Let's go back to talking about useless subscriptions. For me, if I have Netflix and I have Amazon Prime, Hulu, and Disney Plus, having 4 video subscription services would be useless or redundant. Another useless subscription for me would be meal subscription service. I enjoy going to the grocery store. I know what I'm gonna cook. I know what ingredients I need. I know what I have in the fridge already. I just don't need a meal subscription service. I know it's convenient for professionals who have maybe 4 or 5 kids. I don't know how many kids people have these days. It's really a no-brainer because you just cook it up and it's really easy. But for me, I like going to the grocery store and get my own ingredients. The third thing is I don't want to pay for things that make me feel I'm tied down. I'm talking about Costco, yes. Okay, I feel like in this video, I'm just gonna ruin all my potential to be sponsored by all these brands, but doesn't matter. Costco is a very smart and successful business, but it just baffles me. I don't understand why I need to pay for a premium just to shop there. Right now, the basic Costco membership is $60 a year. Admittedly, it's not a lot of money. I can justify it by saying that, oh, I can just pump gas at Costco all the time. Let's say Costco gas is 10 cents cheaper per liter than any other gas stations. Let's say every time I pump gas, I need 40 liters. So each time I'm saving 40 liters times 10 cents per liter, which is $4. To make $60 back, I just need to pump gas 15 times at the Costco gas station. And people would say, oh, actually, it's really easy to make back your money on the membership fee. Is it really? First, everyone knows that Costco gas station is always super crowded. Everyone want to make their money back on the gas alone. And if you're in a hurry in the morning, you want to pump gas and you see like 20 cars right in front of you, is it really worth it to wait for 20 minutes just to save $4? Maybe not. Deep down, I know the reason I don't want to get a Costco membership is that I don't want to be tied down to just this one big corporation. Like if I want to get steak, I go to Costco. If I want to get cherries, I go to Costco. If I want gas, I still go to Costco. I want to have choices. If I want to have good appliances, I want to go to Best Buy. If I want to have fresh meat, I go to Loblaws. If I want to have cheap vegetables, I go to Chinese supermarkets. I want to have the freedom to choose where to get what. And I know if my cheap ass gets the Costco membership, I will be there all the time every weekend just to make my money's worth. Before I stepped into Costco the first time, I had never seen a bag of potato chip the size of a small child. I love potato chips, but I know I cannot finish the whole bag before it goes stale. The same thing goes for a lot of other food Costco sells. It's just such big quantities. So in addition to the feeling of being tied down, and that's another useless subscription for me. Okay, point number 4, makeup. I know makeup was my number one weakness when I was in university. Sephora basically owned my wallet. How much money I had back then depended solely on how big of sale Sephora was having. Since 4th year, I realized something that's so painfully obvious to other people. I don't need this much makeup. First of all, makeup is insanely overpriced. It has one of the highest profit margin across the industry. Like for clothing, I think they only have 20 to 30% profit margin. For makeup, it can go up to 80%. This is insane. So for an eyeshadow palette, that's $50, let's say. Maybe the ingredients is only $10. That's 20% of the total price. I cannot justify the price point anymore. I feel like after I started working, I just became insanely cheap. I know how hard it is to make money, and spending an hour or 2 hours a pay just on an eyeshadow palette, it doesn't make sense to me. I should do what my mom did when I was a kid. She would compare everything to the price of a free-run chicken. Maybe $20 for a good one. If I wanted a toy, she would say like, hey, that thing is worth 2 free-run chickens. Would you rather have 2 free-run chickens or just a toy that you're gonna play for 2 days? The answer is always free-run chicken because they make the best chicken soup. Also, I want to disclaim that everyone have different preferences when it comes to makeup, so you should spend money on makeup based on your needs and what you currently have. Personally, I think primer is a scam. As you can tell right now, I think a lot of things is a scam. Primer is something I definitely don't need. If I find a good foundation, it's great. Also, products can multitask. You don't have to use them only in the way that's described on the packaging. You can use contour as eyeshadow, blush as eyeshadow, a darker foundation as your bronzer. So that is even one more reason to start buying new products. The 5th thing you don't need is a brand new car. Like I said in my budgeting video, everybody should get a 2011 Honda CR-V. It probably costs less than $10,000. It's cheap on gas. Having a car is never about being able to afford the initial cost because the cost is continuous. It's about being able to pay for maintenance, insurance, sticker fee, and the gas, of course. Let's compare a car to a house. They're both very expensive, but the car depreciates the second you drive it on the road. And that's different from the house. Ideally, the house, the land is going to appreciate over time. Even in Canada, that's probably not the case. but a house is a good investment against inflation. So instead of spending 250K on an Audi RA that's going to depreciate $200 a day after you start driving it, maybe put that money into like a house or your savings account. If you're adventurous and tech savvy, maybe try cryptocurrency or put money in stocks. If you're lazy, just get mutual funds or get those stocks that pay dividends. There are many ways to invest money, and buying an Audi RA is definitely not one of them. Let's say you have to get from point A to point B. There are many alternatives to having a new car. First, you can get a second-hand car, Honda CRV, Honda, or you can explore your local public transit system. I love downtown because it's so convenient. I can walk, I can take subway, I can take a bus, I can bike down straight to Lakeshore. That's the reason why, despite the fact that there are middle-aged bald men across the street near Eaton Center yelling at me that I should love Jesus, I still love downtown Toronto so much. The sixth thing I'll never buy is food I know how to cook at home. If I'm ordering food from outside, I want to try things that I don't know how to make at home or it's too inconvenient to make at home. Like fried chicken, because I don't want to waste like this much oil just to fry a couple pieces of chicken. Or scallops, because I always overcook them. For Western food, for steak, I never eat outside because I cannot tell the difference anyways. So steak, spaghetti bolognese, and grilled chicken. I make the best grilled chicken in the world, so I don't need to go to Swiss Chalet and pay $12, $13, $15 on a quarter leg. And for Asian food, there are even more options. For Chinese food, even though I know how to make a lot of like home meals, I don't know how to make a lot of dishes. Like a lot of Cantonese dishes takes a long time to make and their dim sum is really delicious, but I just don't have the capacity to make them. So I eat those outside. For Korean food is a little bit easier to cook in my opinion. So I've learned how to make most of my favorite dishes at home, like Korean spicy soft tofu soup, bibimbap. That one is super easy, but a lot of cutting. Also the short rib soup, galbi jjigae. Is that how you say it? I know how to make that, so I'm all good. If I know how to make it at home, I'll make it. If the recipe doesn't seem too hard to try at home, I'll try that first. And if it takes too long, I will still order it from the restaurant. And that's how I gradually learned how to cook. I graduated from the culinary school of YouTube. The seventh thing I stopped paying for is new phones. Phones have become insanely expensive. It's over $1,000 for a phone. It's like the newest sneakers, newest designer belt, and if you have the newest iPhone, I don't even know which one it is now, iPhone 12, iPhone 35. Let's say you have iPhone 35 and the newest pair of AirPods that directly connect to your brain wavelength, so you don't even need to have physical AirPods around and you can listen to music just like this. I don't know where technology is taking us, but let's say that's the case. So what? What if you don't have those things? What if you're still using an iPhone 4? My colleague is doing it. He's doing fine. What if you're using headphones, earbuds with cord? It doesn't mean that you're falling behind trend. It just means that those devices, they're old, but they're good. I'm using the Samsung S9 right now. I got it maybe 3 years ago. And before that, I was using an iPhone 6 Plus. If I haven't dropped that iPhone in the toilet and waited a week to get it fixed, I wouldn't get this phone. My joy doesn't come from, hey, I have iPhone 35 and I can make a hologram of everyone I know. I can take a picture and it's 3D. Again, I don't know where technology is taking us, but my joy will come from, hey, I'm gonna use this phone until I'm 30, so I don't buy a new phone every 2 years and spend $1,000 on phone every 2 years. A new phone, like a new car, is exciting, but it's not investment. Maybe it's better to stick to things that are old but still work. Like, I'm gonna say Joe Biden. And the last thing I stopped buying is things to qualify free shipping or a certain amount of discount. You know those discounts from Tommy Hilfiger or Mango? That's like, oh, if you spend $200, you get 15% off. If you spend $500, you get 20% off. The more you spend, the more you save. That's a scam. Those are traps that target the weakness in human nature. We always look at what we get and we don't look at what that thing cost us. I still remember in second year, I went to Sephora for their 20% annual sale. I know it's crazy, but I was gonna spend $500 on makeup. The cashier said,
"Oh my god, congratulations, you just saved $100 on your purchase today."
What she said was very strategic. She helped me put my focus on the money I saved instead of the money I actually spent. Yeah, sure, I saved $100, but I spent $500 in total. Like the discount I said before, if you're spending $200 to get that 20% off, what they're trying to do is taking money out of our pocket. According to the concept in Rich Dad, Poor Dad, whatever takes money out of your pocket is debt. Whatever puts money in your pocket is asset. The sale is never about how steep a discount you can get from the company. It's never about how much money you can save or how much money you can shave off the company's revenue. The company is always making profit. They're not here to be our friends to provide us with this generous discount. They're here to take money out of our pockets. Of course, they're gonna say the more you spend, the more you save. But actually, what they're saying is the more you spend, the more money we're gonna make, right? So don't buy things solely because it's on sale. Get things that you actually need and happen to be on sale. Also, for websites that say you need to spend this amount of money to qualify for free shipping, I still want you to be careful when you shop there. Hudson Bay requires you to spend $100 for free shipping. It's encouraging you to think that you're gonna save $8 on delivery after spending $100. Maybe at first you only want to spend $50, but in the end you pay $100. You're not saving $8 on $100 bill. You're actually spending $50 more than you intended. So that's how they take more money out of our pockets. We should be alert and not step into the traps those companies set us for us, because for me, my money looks the best when it's in my TFSA investment account instead of some expensive belt that I don't even need. Okay, thanks for watching. Hope this video is gonna help you spend less and save more and invest more. And what are things that you're not gonna buy ever? Please let me know in the comment.